Hello. I'm going to be doing a vlog today. Well, actually, it's not today. I um, did this video before and it didn't come out real good. Um, I don't know if right now my mouth is moving the same time as my voice, but in the previous video it did not. So I cut out all my speaking and I'm trying to do it again. We'll see how it goes. Um, Ignore the time and date on the video. Um, I know it is July 2017 right now, but I never set up my camera, and this camera won't be lasting much longer anyway because it's not recording right. Anyway, this video will be about repairing a manufactured home air conditioning unit. I just have I had a problem with my circulation, with not getting maximum airflow out of my vents, and I remedied the problem. I will tell you at the end of the video what the problem was, but I tried first, is where anybody ought to start first, with cleaning the coils or the evaporator. Um, the evaporator gets dirty and it should be cleaned once a year anyway, because a small amount of dirt does get past your filter and it gets into your evaporator. So it can be cleaned very easy. You will end up seeing the products I had on top of the unit. I did not use wasp spray to clean the coils with. I used some spray and wash, which is all I could find at the time. But I did use wasp spray to kill a spider that was in the unit. So that's what it's there for. I say something about it in the video, and that, like I said, the timing is not perfect. But you get the gist of the whole thing, and you can clean your coils the same exact way. I ended up starting off not using anything at all to clean the coils, but I did end up using some spray and wash. And of course, like it always goes, I found the cleaner that I wanted after I buttoned everything back up. Anyway, let's get on with the video and I'll show you what I did and how I did it. Thanks for watching. Alright. Well, I have my cordless driver here, and I'm going to be trying to take all these screws out with one hand. I tell you what, I'll start videotaping again after I get these out. Alright, what I'm going to be using here is a brush and a regular water hose. I want to get it all wet down where it's softer, and all the water is going to be coming out there on the drain, so don't think it's going to be going in the house or anything. It's made for this. It's made to sweat. Just want to get it all softened up, whatever dirt is on there. This is only fine dirt that has come past the filter. Hope I'm showing this right. And then if you get the brush, you see the way the coils are. You see the way the fins are going up and down. You want to go in the direction of the fins. And if you go down like that, as you can see, it's getting cleaner. This is only on the surface. It's not like it's through and through. And after I do a piece, I'm going to rinse it again. That does look a lot better. I had some cleaner like 409, something like that, then I would be using that too. So I'm going to continue to do this here with two hands. Put the camera down and I will return when it's done. Alright, I did get the coils all clean. I would have liked to got them a little bit cleaner, but it's pretty nice. They were definitely a lot dirtier than I initially thought they were. I did get this thing, like I said, from Craigslist, and when I first got it, they were really plugged up. It was really dirty, and I don't see how they were getting any air at all through it. But I went through this whole unit and I cleaned it, scrubbed it, and you know, it's nasty having somebody else's, essentially their house in your house. So I cleaned it all up. I sanitized it. I used bleach, and kind of a little bit anal about that. But anyway, they are definitely a lot cleaner. This is where your air has to come through these coils to go back into your house. So it essentially it sucks from this big tube right here. Sucks air. This goes to the air filter inside the house. Sucks it through here. This is very cold or hot, depending on what setting you have it. But anyway, sucks through here, goes through the fan, and goes back into the house through a big tube that's over there on the other side. Now, what I have to check next, I'm going to button this all back up. Okay, it's all buttoned back up. Everything's buttoned back up like it was before. These are the tools I use. I did end up using some spray and wash for the coils. I couldn't find anything else. Like I said, I would have loved to had some other cleaner to use on it. You can use oven cleaner, but they say it'll eat up your coils eventually. So I've refrained from using that, but it does a fantastic job though. I have that, but I just didn't use it. If I'd have had some fantastic, or they sell this stuff at the dollar store, Dollar General I think it is, that's all it says on it is cleaner with bleach, and man, that stuff is pretty good, and you can get it cheap. So that would be a thing that could be used. I'll put these tools up, I'm going to fire it up, and we'll see how it does. Okay, back inside the house. I'm getting ready to start up the air conditioning again. Switch it over to cool. See, it's at 72 right now. Over there is the filter. I still really don't hear the sound that I normally heard from that filter coming out. but the vent does 72 degrees right now. It's got to get a chance to cool off. The vent does feel a little bit stronger, so we will wait and see for now. Let it get colder and let's see what it does. Okay, here's an update. I found a pretty sizable leak right there. The ductwork was probably split about 6 inches or so. I went inside of the duct, which is a black tube that's inside of it, flexible tube. I taped it up real good with an industrial. Alright, what happened was the battery run down on the little, I'm not using a GoPro, I'm using a Evaporator camera that I bought, and I didn't know I was going to be doing any vlogging at the time. I thought it was just a fun little toy to have, and that's basically what it is a toy, because my mouth and my voice, the audio and video, is not synced on this thing correctly. Anyway, what happened was after the battery went dead, I was talking about at the time, there was a rip in the ductwork where it leaves out of the air conditioning unit and goes under the house. True, there was a little rip, maybe 6 inches or so. I taped it up real good, and I taped the external part of the ductwork as well as I could. It was all sweaty from, it's very humid here in Florida, and it was sweating a lot from having the cold air rush out, because the air conditioner is performing very well, and the tape didn't really want to stick that good, but it's sticking good enough. That didn't solve the problem. I ended up having to do what I did not want to do, what I talked about earlier. I did not knock on wood after I spoke about it, but anyway, crawled under the house, and I found a sizable leak where it was going into a plenum, where the tube was going into a plenum, and I was able to go ahead. I wish I could have videoed it. At one point it would have been very funny, because underneath the plenum was a hole that was probably 5 or 6 inches in diameter and went down to infinity, and I did not know what was going to come out of that hole, if there was anything in the hole. And at one point the tape come loose, because it was sweaty too. It was a lot of condensation up underneath there, and the tape didn't want to hold, and I was wrapping it around the whole ductwork, and it come loose, and it come across my body, and I thought something had come out of that hole, and I did a lot of craziness underneath there, getting away from that piece of tape. Anyway, I got the ductwork put back together, and the vents out of my registers, they are blowing like they should. They're blowing very good, and I'm getting actually I'm getting a 50-degree reading out of my vents, which is awesome. The unit doesn't run a long time before it cools the whole house down. So anyway, I hope you like what I've had to say. I hope it helped you out some. I hope it showed you that cleaning them, the coils or the evaporators in a manufactured home unit, all in one unit, is not hard at all. You can get in there and clean them once a year, and you will keep your electric bill lower. And check your ductwork. If it's colder underneath the house than it is in the house, you've got a problem, which is the way it was with me. I took my my thermal gun up underneath the house, and it was nice and cool up underneath the house. So whatever it was that made that hole, I'm sure enjoyed it. But anyway, I hope you like my vlog, and I hope you watch again. I'll be making some more videos on doing electrical work, electrical repairs, and I want to do one on hooking up 12-volt relays. That's kind of my specialty, and I want to show you how to hook one up properly and the benefits to hooking up a relay. I'm also going to be making another video that I have started to work on repairing golf carts, namely a foot pedal switch. So subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you watching. Till then, so long.